Rank Zeke Elliott among the NFL's top running backs. A different question to kick off today's show before we dive into your questions on today's mailbag. Where does Zeke rank? I asked this question because the NFL's trash top 100 list came out, and they put Zeke 24th overall, 4th among backs behind Christian McCaffrey, which I'm fine with. That makes sense to me. But also Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook. I don't agree with that. I'm fine to put him ahead of Saquon Barkley, though I might try and flip those two, but rank him amongst NFL backs. Is he number 1? Is he number 2? I put him at number 3 personally. To get your votes in, I want you to scroll down to the pinned comment. That's where I've put this question. Go do it right now. From the bat, next year, if Dak got you to the wild card and then lose, would you trade Dak? I mean, I want to know how they lost, right? Like if the Cowboys, if the offense ends up sucking next year and the defense is elite, which I don't think happens, like that's a scenario I might consider it. If you make the playoffs, it's probably because of Dak and your offense. I'm still probably going to want to pay that guy. The problem is, if the Cowboys aren't going to pay Dak Prescott, I don't want to let him hit free agency. I would rather try to maximize his value and trade him before that happens. Emil Pedersen, the Cowboys need more offensive line players, as in depth. I mean, at some level, you always want more depth, right? I don't think the Cowboys are in a bad spot on the offensive line. Like, if you rank the overall units, including depth, Cowboys are, if not top 3, I think they're top 5, top 10, somewhere in that range. They're good. I don't like Cam Irving, but could do worse, I guess. You got Connor McGovern. If Brandon Knight can emerge, I think you feel good about the tackle spot. I feel good about the guard depth, so maybe a tackle, but there aren't any good ones left on the open market. From Cole Williams, cut Crawford, trade for Ngakue, sign Eric Reed or Barry. Problem with this is you're still about $10 million short to afford Yannick. Yannick is going to cost you $18 million. Even if you cut Tyrone Crawford, you still don't have the cap space available right now. With the way the cap works, and because there's zero flexibility now with the contracts of Yannick and Dak Prescott, I don't think you can do 2 franchise tag players. I don't think that would work for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, what does work is getting yourself a new Cowboys hat. The NFL Fanatics just put these out. They're calling it their new Summer Sideline Series. A bunch of brand new Dallas Cowboys hats are available at chatsports.com/Dallas hat. They got a whole bunch of different styles. They've also, by the way, got it's not my style, but they do have the straw bucket hat as well. Go check out what they have. We'll put the link in the comments and in the description, chatsports.com/Dallas hat. From Decasaurus, your opinion, where do the Cowboys rank in the NFC? Well, first off, thank you for letting me give my opinion. I appreciate that, my friend. We did do power rankings on our main Chat Sports channel. I put the following teams in front of the Cowboys, at least 4 now. I have got the San Francisco, in no order, the 49ers above them. I've got the Seahawks above them. I've got the Saints above them. And then I think that there's a tier break right around there. And I think that these teams are all in that same tier. I think Green Bay's in there. I think the Bucs are in there. I think the Cowboys and Eagles are in there. I think I put the Cowboys either 4th or 5th on this. Then, frankly, I think I'd put them 4th in the NFC right now. From Akil, my predictions for the receivers' stats. Amari Cooper, 75 for 1,150, 8 touchdowns. Michael Gallup, 68 for 1,007. CeeDee Lamb for 59, 805 touchdowns. I think that's very reasonable, actually. I think that's pretty realistic. He also wants me to rank Gallup, Ridley, Sutton, Moore. I rank them, it's close between Gallup and Sutton. Maybe you go Cortland Sutton, but I think I'd probably just take Gallup for this team. Then Sutton, then DJ Moore, then Calvin Ridley. From Sith Carbon, will Zeke win the rushing title? I would like for Zeke to win that, because that probably means the Cowboys leaned on him late in games to kind of bleed out the clock. I don't think that he will. I think that, and this is a bold pick, I think either Nick Chubb or Saquon Barkley will lead the NFL in rushing this year, because those teams are going to run the football. We know that with Jason Garrett, and Kevin Stefanski does the exact same thing in Cleveland. All right, Lane Jumper wants to know what Gerald McCoy's deal was. So Gerald McCoy, when he signed with the Dallas Cowboys, I think was initially reported as like a 3-year, 21 or something. It's not actually that. Gerald McCoy agreed to a 3-year, $18.3 million deal. Only $9 million of that is guaranteed, most of it coming this offseason. So if the Cowboys need to, they could get out of it on a 1-year deal. Cowboys franchise, if we lose Dak Prescott, as shown by history, is it possible we trade for Aaron Rodgers due to Jordan Love? Not sure what the history part is there. That's okay. Well, for Rodgers, the same issue arises. I don't think he liked Mike McCarthy at the end of their tenure. So why would he want to reunite in Dallas? I guess it's possible, but if I'm ranking the destinations for Aaron Rodgers, I don't think Dallas is that high on the list. All right, from Brokrov, why do people want Trevor so bad he declined last year? He's right. Trevor wasn't as good last year as he was in his freshman season. He was also still really freaking good. Of course, there were some mistakes. He's not perfect, but Lawrence is a prospect. There is no such thing as a guaranteed hit, but Lawrence is up there with some of the best quarterback prospects we've seen in a long time. Also, we do this thing where underclassmen are perfect, and then they become not underclassmen, they become eligible, and it's like, oh, wait, they actually do have flaws. Gary Sanderson, better chance to make a bigger impact, Noah Brown or Blake Bell? Good question. I'm going to go with Blake Bell because I think he has a better chance to make the team overall. So I wouldn't bank on either guy having much of an impact in 2020, but I do think Bell has the better shot overall. All right, back to Emil Pedersen. Who in the top 10 in the NFL rank would you like to have most on the team? Guys, I'm always going to go with the quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. You guys know how I feel about Dak Prescott. But if I can get the best player in Patrick Mahomes' most important position, I'm just going to do it. He's Patrick Mahomes. I want him. We saw him play, right? He's special. I want that guy on my team. All right, from Razor Enough. This season, I feel like CeeDee Lamb has a great chance of being the best player. I don't know if he's going to be the best receiver in year one. You guys know that I love the CeeDee Lamb pick. I got high expectations for him. Asking a rookie to immediately come in and be the best player on a playoff caliber team, that's a lot. Super chat from Big Boy. How mad will you be if Dak wins a Super Bowl with another team? Yeah, big girl, I should say. Well, maybe not. I would be very salty, like Dead Sea caliber salty, if the Cowboys were to let Dak leave and he wins another Super Bowl. I would say on the show that I don't want to talk about it, and then I would constantly be petty and mention it on air. All right, Cole Williams. Yannick didn't show up to Jags camp. True. Should the Cowboys trade for him while his value is at its lowest, cut Crawford to make room? Problem is, guys, you have to pay Yannick $18 million. You are paying DeMarcus Lawrence $22 million. Are you going to spend $40 million on a pair of edge rushers? Even if you cut Crawford, you still don't have enough space. You're short about $1 million or $2 million, which isn't easy to do. But if you bring on Yannick, you have to pay him $18 million this year. And Jacksonville's still going to be asking for a first or a second round pick. So if you are going to be able to do this before the franchise tag extension deadline, maybe. But you have Dak playing at 31.4. Yannick's got to play at over 18 with zero flexibility. I just don't think that's really in the cards right now for the Cowboys because it makes things so difficult from a salary cap perspective because you can't adjust things like you'd normally be able to. All right, Robert Olmstead, having no preseason games, does this affect Trysten Hill's chances of making the roster? And please put it on live. Producer Brett does not care about that, folks. I think it does affect things because it affects everybody, though, right? It reduces the possibility of him having chances to impress. That Neville Gallimore's making this team over Trysten Hill. If Dontari Poe gets healthy and Gerald McCoy, that's 3. Antoine Woods, Tristan Hill. Woods maybe is 4. He's cheaper. Like, it's a tough decision. So, yeah, I don't know if it hurts him, but it does affect him, no doubt. From Joe Games, do you think the Cowboys could still go after Logan Ryan? Well, you guys get your votes in here. Why for yes and for no? The issue with Logan Ryan is that despite the failing top 100 list putting him on there, he's not a top 100 player. Yeah, he had like 4 interceptions and 4 forced fumbles. He also gave up more yards than any player in the NFL last year. He got targeted the most, so of course he wins in all the volume metrics. He had the most chances. He's a nickel corner. He wanted $10 million. If he wants to sign a 1-year, $1.5 million deal, heck yeah. If he still wants starting caliber nickel money, the Cowboys already gave Anthony Brown that. And he's not that much better or worse than Logan Ryan is. So, at his cost, for his role as a nickel guy when the Cowboys have 2 solid ones, I'm not interested. Clayton Lockhart. Will McCarthy be more aggressive in the red zone and maybe turn some, there wasn't a touchdown, which could amount to maybe 2 or 3 more wins? That's the hope, right, Clayton? Like, I would hope that the Cowboys convert more in the red zone. The common theme that we saw with this Cowboys team is when the game was tight, when they got in the red zone, when the pressure was cranked up, they went back into their, we're going to run the ball on first and second down and then try and get Dak to bail us out, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They got conservative, and I hated that about Jason Garrett. My hope is that, yes, he will be more aggressive in that red zone, and they'll score more points and not settle for field goals and have the kicker miss it because he's bad. All right, Matthew B., when we look back at this draft, which wide receiver would be the best pick? Of course, we hope for CeeDee Lamb. I will answer this based on who my top receiver was entering the 2020 NFL Draft, and that was CeeDee Lamb. So I still think it's going to be the Cowboys' first-round pick. Now, if you missed this, guys, hey, subscribe and turn those notifications on. We are live 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. So if you haven't already, if you're one of the half of you people who watch the show but aren't subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Hit that big red button and subscribe today. Hey, Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.